Innovative device project, transparency of some community.
Hello, crypto. How's everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well. I'm Ali Kane, host of the Weekly Blaze, and oh my goodness, what a show we've got tonight. What a week it has been in the Titan X ecosystem. I can't even keep up anymore. Just so much awesomeness. Inferno at the weekend, bringing in 1.7 trillion Titan X in the mint cycle 8, and just before going fully deflationary. Absolutely crazy show from the community. A show of strength. The Inferno Bull is really kicking some ass. He's actually in the Ethereum rankings. The Inferno Bull is higher than the little skittery Pepe the Frog. So it's kind of amazing to see some of the things that the tokens from the Titan X ecosystem are doing. But there is a new player in town. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the new awesome art from the Awesome X Dragon. We've got the founder, Crypto Awesome, Dave, coming on the show tonight with a face reveal. I hope you've been watching his YouTube streams over the last load of months. He has been covering a lot of stuff going on in the Titan X ecosystem. Great live streams, but he does it behind a PFP. So I think his face has been shown a little bit here and there, but we've got him and his beautiful face on stream tonight. So yeah, I mean, all-time highs, Hydra launching, Dragon X performing, Volt is coming, Flux is coming. It's just a crazy time to be part of this ecosystem. So let's get into it tonight and we'll see what's going on. We've got a few founders from the Blaze team here tonight as well. And we will all get to see beautiful Dave from Awesome X.
Oh!
Hey guys. Hey Dave. Finally get to see you. Here he is.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Almost. Those biceps are almost as big as the dragon.
Yeah, almost. I can't be a model for this guy though, so just.
How's it going, Steve DeFi? How are you?
Oh man, doing absolutely brilliant. And I'm just excited for seeing Awesome X on stream, looking beautiful, and what amazing artwork. Oh man.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the artwork you've been pumping out with that dragon is absolutely insane. It's like I said on the stream the other day that whenever Josh sent in the Inferno Bull, the design for the Inferno Bull, the first image, it was like, yes, that's it. Let's run with it. It's perfect. Whenever I seen the dragon image, it was just exactly the same. Yep, that's awesome. Let's go for it.
Yeah, I actually had a whole different kind of branding before, but then I'm like, man, this is way better. I love Inferno. I love everything you guys were doing with Inferno and the art. So I'm just like, kind of modeling Awesome X after Inferno, which makes them friends anyway, because they work out together,
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I'm lagging a bit myself. Not too bad. Get the biceps popping. Steve DeFi, have you got any? So, Josh, you've been having an absolute killer week. I think everybody in the ecosystem has just seen how relentless you are when the work has got to be done. Did it catch up to you on Sunday night, or how you feeling now?
Yeah. Nah. So yesterday was tough. Like I actually have a real job to try and hold down. So that's the hardest part. The streaming, the testing, the dev work, all the artwork I can do. That kind of just I feel like I could do that every day, like 12 hours a day. But going to work and actually having to deal with people in construction is just like, I've got one foot out the door at the minute. So just trying to make the transition across at the minute to try and go full time and push this as far as we can.
Yeah, nice. No, your effort is certainly getting noticed by everybody in the community. It's relentless and fair play to you. You know, there's just it's kind of like, all right, we're here, we're all here to make money. I've been seeing you saying this thing, you know, no rest till 2026. And that's kind of the way it is. We've got it. We all have a, you know, maybe not a once in a lifetime opportunity, but these bull runs don't come along too often. You know, every 4 years, you know, maybe the next one won't be as good as this one. Who knows? But we've got to really, and I keep saying, I don't know why I keep saying this now, but we've got to grab the bull by the horns and do everything we can. Everybody in the ecosystem needs to do everything they can just to make, you know, make this be as successful in this cycle as we can. And a year of effort could really, really, you know, just change people's lives. So yeah, no, fair play, man. I think I'm putting in not as much effort as I can, but like, you know, just cannot keep up to the fucking relentless effort you're putting in. Dave, how does it feel to finally? Well, let me ask you first. Actually, you know, you've been kicking around the ecosystem, doing your live streams, great shows, by the way. But you know, was there a point whenever you decided that you wanted to become a founder, you wanted to found your own coin, you wanted to create something? Was there a point that it was a necessity for you, or how did that come about?
Yeah. Actually, I did launch a coin last cycle, but I didn't really know anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a community, and it obviously didn't do anything, you know. But I've wanted to do this ever since. I am a builder. I'm more like you, Josh. I mean, I build things in real life, like houses and other things. I could basically build anything, but ultimately I'm a creator, and my job also that I'm about to get like slammed with right now is I'm a film producer. So we're in the middle of pre-production right now. We're starting to shoot on the 30th of this month, all through October. These are 12-hour days. So I really am glad we're doing this face reveal. So then I can pop on, you know, on camera just with my phone, wherever I'm at, like on set and stuff, because I'm not gonna be able to just sit down and do streams like behind my computer for this month. But back in November, like I'm back, you know, again. But anyways, so yeah, this cycle, when I found out about Titan X, because I was in XRP, and the XRP army, they're real strong, you know, but everybody makes you think that, all the world's money is going to run through XRP or something. It's like, all right, well, let's do it then, right? Even the SEC case even just ended, and it's still just like flat. So I'm really glad when I Googled 1000X altcoin in January on the 1st, and I found Joe Perry's video talking about Titan X, and I'm like, man, and I watched it, and then I just started going down the rabbit hole, read the white paper. I was like, blew my mind, like economically, like the economics of it with the hyperdeflation in there. And so I'm like, this is it. And I sold half of my XRP. I didn't want to go all in all the way. I should have, but I didn't want to. But yeah, all the XRP I put in is like already like 5x what it was when I put it in. So I went through the low time, the hyperinflation part of Titan X. I was a little quieter on the streams, like a lot of people were, but I never got out. I only kept compounding, and I'm thankful that I did. It really is the psychology of this stuff, but I wanted to build something right on Titan X. Like as soon as I figured this out and I saw Helios launch, Dragon X launch, and I was like, man, I got to build something. And I kind of wrote a couple different white papers, and I had a couple different ideas, but you know when an idea isn't really there yet, if you don't get to like, whoa, nice from people right away. If it's like, man, that's all right. It's like, I don't want to go with it. That's all right. Project. So I didn't really have the right idea until Inferno. And I'm like, this blowing my mind, man. I love Inferno. Literally my favorite Titan X ecosystem token above all the other ones, like by far. And so I was like, and I read the white paper like 5 times. I'm like, man, I want to do, and then I saw some comments floating around. Oh, we need to do an Inferno on Dragon X. I was like, yes. And so then I kind of took I took the Inferno white paper and I basically started adjusting it to some things that I thought I would want to see, like having the All right, I don't know if we want to do a drinking game right now because I'm about to say perpetual a lot here.
I've only got a beer, so I don't end up too drunk.
But anyways, yeah. So I was like, I'd like it to be perpetual. I'd like it to be hyper deflationary also. So how are we going to make that happen? How are we going to really utilize the Titan X numerology and the numbers as well, and make sure that it really lines up with the ethos, not just fair launch, which fair launch is, I will only get into projects now that are fair launch. Like I personally, as a participant.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say.
Just like you said, it's like, if I don't launch now, I'm going to have to wait 4 more years. I'm going to have to wait until the next, like ramp up at the end of 2027, something like that. And it's like, and actually when I told you that, Ali, I'm like, if I don't do it now, I got to wait 4 years. You're like, do it. I was like, okay. And then I got a yes from you. I got a yes from Josh. I got a yes from Eric. When I got a yes from Eric, I was like,
let's fucking go.
That's not me, man. And then you two brought in your expertise of really helping me dial this thing in to make sure that it's going to be the most successful it could be. Obviously, we're also making some adjustments right now on the buy and burn mechanics, just to make sure that we are going to be perfect and we're not going to have to worry about any MEV issues. So yeah, I'm just so grateful, first off, to be in the Titan X community. Thanks, Jake. And I'm grateful to be working with you guys as my team under Accelerate, because like you guys have provided so much value to this. And I mean, I can't even quantify the value. So thank you guys so much. I'm just so stoked.
Yeah, that's a bit. That is a bit. It is a bit of a wild ride, isn't it? You think you find Titan X in January. Literally that's only like 8 months ago, and to be, you think of all the things that you've went through in life, and just that 8-month period. What's it going to be like whenever we hit another 8 months time? What's going to happen in the next 8 months? But yeah, that's quite a ride already. And I've got to say, I like your attitude. You came. I come across people all the time that come and ask me questions. Oh, I might do this, I might do that. You think I should have a go at this. From the second I could see, like, this guy has the fucking energy to go after this. And as soon as it was like, do it, you just went hell for it. There was no stalling, there was no thinking. It was just like, let's get to work. So yeah, I'm really excited to be working with you. Really excited to be part of the team. Inferno is friggin' awesome. As a co-founder in Blaze and Inferno, it's nice for me to be part of something in over on Dragon X as well. It just adds a little bit of extra scope to what I'm involved in, to what I'll be really paying attention in as well. So yeah, no, I'm really excited. Josh, how are you feeling about Awesome X so far?
Yeah, like from sort of even a build perspective, it's been super streamlined. There's been no issues have presented themselves. The audits have been good. Yeah, like Dave says, we've made some recent adjustments to the buy and burn and how that's going to function. So that's good. Yeah, all positive. Had good fun with Dave, helping and creating artwork, and then he's just completely blown me out of the water with the stuff he's making now. It's just like, yeah, man. Then videos, the marketing material, like, yeah, you're smashing it, man. Keep it up.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, so we'll dig into the white paper. What have you got going on at the minute, Steve? You're flat out too. What's the latest news?
Yeah, I was going to say what I like most about. I flicked through the white paper for Awesome X, but what I like most is the branding. I'm just like, that jumps right out of me. Yeah. And when I saw Dave just before the stream come up with that behind him, I'm like, that is such good branding. Yeah, man. It's like Inferno. We love Inferno because of the branding, right? I mean, I
didn't even see the You're Awesome t-shirt. Sorry for butting in there, Steve, but it's just like there's somebody else in the comments there kind of going, this guy is awesome. So we've got the dude who's an absolute dude, and we've got Crypto Awesome who is truly awesome. What comes next?
Oh yeah, man.
Well, Volt on Awesome X comes after Volt on the first Volt. So anyways.
Love it.
What is the first Volt, Steve?
The first Volt was coming out in the 28th, a week after Flux. It's a deflationary, limited supply token, really unique tokenomics, distribution in 10 days. I'm really excited for it. So it comes out in a couple of weeks. So yeah.
What's the first coin you're launching on? No, there's going to be seven different ones, isn't there?
Ooh, well, we can get into this in a couple of weeks in detail, but like, yeah, the Vault wheel it's going to share the same token. So it's going to be the Vault wheel is actually going to be like probably Dragon X, Inferno, Blaze, Hyper, or maybe Hydro. I'm going to need 4. And oh man, I don't want to get too much into it, but they're going to share a coin, and each one is going to be synergistic to the other. I mean, but the focus is a Vault right now.
Okay,
and
cool.
I'm pretty excited about the Vault. I'm excited about the Vault. It's because it's a real innovation of like distribution and perpetual auction system with a limited supply token and deflation after 10 days. So
the 28th of September.
28th of September, yeah, 1 week after Flux. So Josh is going this Sunday.
So Flux is ready to rock, Josh.
Yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, bro. It's amazing. Flux, Volt is amazing. You guys like literally are blowing my mind with the innovation you guys are bringing.
Oh man.
Do you know, I'll say this, see the team working together to create those two projects. There was it was pretty obvious. Blaze took a long time to build because not that we made mistakes. We just had devs that took a long time, auditors that took a long time. We had a lot of hiccups in the road. But once we actually ironed out, we actually ironed out a lot of those kinks. There was now that we know what to do, we can really move fast and build some really cool shit.
And that's why I'm so grateful too for you guys, because I don't have to go through the process of the builder. This is why if anybody wants to build, they need to go to Accelerate, talk to you guys, because especially next builds, because I don't have to like accidentally get the wrong devs. I don't have to accidentally get the wrong auditors. It's like you guys actually really help, like from the foundational piece. We're not going to have to worry about security or anything for this because you guys have already you guys are great builders already. You've proven yourself with your actions and your projects. So that's why I'm so grateful to be working with you guys. I mean, also beyond the fact that you guys are so freaking awesome. So.
That's it. Don't forget about that part, eh? That's it. It's the men behind the wheels that make it successful.
Definitely.
There's I mean, there's no doubt about it. Marketing, building and doing all the, putting all the tokenomics together is, part of the battle, but being out there front center, marketing, engaging, that's the kind of the hard part that really can, in my mind, make a big difference to the success of a token. So Josh, people are really, really excited at the minute for the Inferno Bull meme token. I think like Titan X surprised everybody with its success in launch, I think Inferno has been the same. It just got busier and busier and bigger and bigger and better every week as we passed from week 4 to week 8. It just got insane. The community's been growing. We're nearly at 1,000 holders now. The market cap's been growing. I think it's was over 6 million. It might not be over 6 million just at the minute. We got up to number 21 on the Ethereum rankings. I'll get up to $1.8 million in the buy and burn. Just it's insane. But people are so excited, not just for that, but all the projects that are getting built. There's a new narrative now within the ecosystem. Build on Inferno. It's fucking crazy to think that that's a thing. But people are so excited for Flux because it's just going to add to that buy and burn on Inferno forever. So how close is it that close? Have you actually made public the date that it's launching?
Yeah, so we announced the 22nd, which is this Sunday. We've made some key improvements the last sort of 24, 48 hours in terms of we've made things a better user experience in terms of how the auto buy and stake works and more gas efficient. It just made some really good improvements. We managed to get a call with the the dev team, our auditors, and Jake all together in a room, and that was fucking brilliant. Probably the best move that we've ever made, to get all them people in a room together. Yeah, some really interesting conversations were had, and yeah, from that meeting, we made some improvements, and everything's been audited. It's already been reviewed, and yeah, we're back in the game. And I've just been testing all evening tonight, actually, before I jumped on here, and everything's perfect. And I'm just going to keep testing until the last minute, and then I'll start getting the funny stomach around Friday night, and we'll be off to the races by Sunday.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. It's going to be good to see. What time is it launching? Will it be before, during, or after the Spaces on Sunday?
It's 6 p.m. UK time, so that's.
So we'll be an hour into the Mike Dean and Plan A space on Sunday, and that'll be exciting because everybody will be tuned into the Spaces. I think that's the first time we'll have had a launch during the Sunday space. They might move the time of it, would they?
Well, that's totally that's a total coincidence. That as a dad, so I didn't even think about that. So that's pretty special as well. So yeah, nice.
That'll be exciting. That will be exciting. See,
I probably won't be on that space.
Yeah, because a big thing for Flux is it's to use an old phrase, first in, first win, in terms of if you enter the auction at 6 p.m., 6:01, you can then claim your tokens at 6:01 the following day. Is that correct?
Yeah, so there's a timestamp deposit. So when the user comes in, the auction day finishes 24 hours later, but your tokens are not mintable or claimable until your 24 hours from your timestamp has passed.
I love that mechanic. Just like that I was talking about in our Telegram spaces or whatever. Man, it's really cool because then you actually do have like supply coming onto the market at different times of the day because it's going to end for everybody at a different time whenever they mint. So cool.
Yeah, it changes the distribution, spreads it out through the day, but also I think it adds a layer of game theory where, for example, Blaze, everyone on the game theory is too sort of rushing at the end, whereas this kind of turns it upside down, and I can see a huge rush right at the start, and then people will then play that game through that 24 hours. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. I'm definitely starting to get really, really pumped for that now. So
sweet.
Yeah, so just on that as well, with the Blaze close, we got the highest return ever, I think, that I've seen on Sunday morning. The participants, the last minute participants, nobody closed out the value, and there was a 40% premium on the market value, which was insane to see. Some of those lucky people caught that. That's you don't see that too often. There's not too many places in crypto that you could actually put money in one thing and a second later be able to claim that 40% profit. It's kind of crazy. So let's have a look. Dave, let's have a look at the white paper. I love some of the changes you made. Okay, so the base for the white paper was obviously the Inferno white paper, but you obviously moving it over to Dragon X. You've actually made some really awesome changes.
Sweet.
Don't know, yeah, so some of the tweaks you've made are they're really, really interesting, and to see the way they'll play out in real life is going to be good fun to see. So, look, do you want to give us a little overview of what Awesome X is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Without saying perpetual,
I can't do that.
Okay.
That would be yeah, exactly. So it's perpetual. It's a perpetual. Oh man!
Before you actually start, you have to pay. So in your GitHub, for creating your white paper, everybody has a white background. You've got to pay extra for dark mode to be able to publish your white paper in dark mode. And I think it's actually worth paying the fee. It looks fucking epic.
I didn't have to pay.
What?
I just figured it out. I got obsessed and started playing around with it. Figured it out. There's a setting I can show you.
Yeah, I thought you had to upgrade your subscription.
I didn't even do it.
Okay, okay. All right, you can show me. You can show me after. So
I'll
yeah,
show
sorry.
you.
Go ahead. You're perpetual. You started on perpetual.
Yeah. So it's a perpetual compounding machine built on Dragon X using Titan X to mint. So there's a few interesting mechanics with that because Dragon X is a cap supply, obviously, and it's getting burnt. Plus, it's not just a 70% burn, kind of like Inferno's, not just a 90% burn. It's actually a 98% burn because you also have the additional 8% direct Titan X burn in Inferno. So this, instead of going direct, all direct DX burn plus the 70% Awesome X burn, we're adding in the Dragon X Vault, because the Dragon X Vault is going to just lift up the entire ecosystem by perpetually staking through Dragon X into the Titan X. So really, that was one of the things Eric really liked about this when I pitched it to him was, and I didn't have a direct Dragon X burn as well, but now we added that in because it had some additional buy pressure to Dragon X. So we have the 70% Awesome X burn. We also have a 12% going to the Dragon X Vault, and then we have an additional 3.5% direct Dragon X burn. And so those are all the burning pieces and the staking and the locking pieces. So overall, it's 85.5% of the Titan X is completely taken off the market forever. Most of it's burned, but 12% of it is sent to the Dragon X Vault, which lifts up our entire ecosystem in multiple ways. And then there's a couple additional things. Now the perpetuals, here's the other really cool side about Awesome X is week one. We could get into all the Titan X numbers are really throughout here. But we start at 1 Titan X equals 2.8 Awesome X. So this is the first protocol that has actually been more than a 1-to-1 ratio in the beginning. And the reason I wanted to do that is not just to benefit people that are getting in early, but Titan X has 1 halving per year. Awesome X has approximately 2 on top of the 1 that Titan X has. So every approximately 6 months, Awesome X ratio will have, and which I think is it really is hyper deflationary, even though it's perpetual. That's why some of the people that were asking me, hey, why did you go perpetual and not cap it? Because I did get that a lot before we launched. In fact,
that was the first question I had whenever I saw the white paper.
Yeah, I was like, why don't we cap it at some point? And one of the reasons that we're not capping it is because of the 70% buy and burn. But also, and I think that's going to really help it even out. And the buy and burn will never go dry. The idea behind it is that the buy and burn will most likely never go dry, I think is probably a better way to say it. But not only will that is we always have money going into the Dragon X Vault. We always have the buy and burn for the Dragon X too. So, and there's 2.8% drop every week. So Inferno, there's a 5% drop every week for the first 8 weeks. This is a little less drastic than that each week. It's 2.8% each week. So basically, Awesome X becomes 2.8% more expensive in relation to Titan X to mint every week for 125 weeks. Now, 125, that's an 8. So we basically have very coded numerology throughout this entire thing. And then it caps at 1 Titan X. It doesn't cap, but it stops reducing at 1 Titan X equals 0.08 Awesome X. So by the end of the minting, when it stops reducing at 2.8% per week, is at the week 126. It's now stays at 1 Titan X equals 0.08 Awesome X. And over the course of that full drop, since it starts at the 2.8 and it goes down to 0.08, is a 35x, which is a 3,400% increase in price in relation to Titan X over that time. So it may not seem like a lot when you're hearing 35x, only because some people are like, I want the 200,000 X's, the 55,000 X's, right? Whatever. Well, Titan X is programmed for the 55,000 X price increase in relation to ETH. This is 35x on top of that. So when you really think about it, it's a stupid number. Like, it's going to be very, very expensive.
I thought you were going to try and calculate that in your head there.
It's gonna be a really expensive Awesome X after 125 weeks, which 125 weeks, another cool thing, that lands us right at the base of the next bull market in 2027. So this will be minting all through the bear. And for me, trading is a psychological game. I'm thankful I learned it last cycle. I learned how to trade through the bear market. I learned about charts and all that kind of stuff. And I should have, at the base of the bear market, I should have been buying, but I didn't still have my psychology dialed in yet. I wasn't ready to go in on projects, but this bear market, that's the time to be just going all in. And we're going to be able, not financial advice, but we're going to be able to mint through the bear, which is one of the other things I really like about this. It's not going to stop minting. And we have a lot of potentials. I'm already talking to another powerhouse in the Titan X community about something else we're going to launch on this in phase 2. But I haven't, besides you, Steve, because you're a powerhouse and I really do want Volt on Awesome X. But, hey, one thing at a time, or 8 things at a time, whatever.
Yeah. So the 2.8, how did you come to that number? Was that just to go for was that to bring it to the 125 weeks, or what was the thinking behind the 2.8%? I do really like it. It doesn't seem aggressive, but it doesn't take long to really be, to, like you say, it's only, what is it? Many weeks is it to the first halving? 25.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a lot,
26 weeks. Yeah, it basically, that 26th week is basically right at that 1.4 Awesome X per 1 Titan X.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, really rewards early people. So that's what I really like about it. But it's also not something that you have to like FOMO into. I mean, you could see how it plays out and you could get in, because even week 3 or 4, it's still a really great ratio. I mean, it's a great ratio for a long time in Awesome X.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
Yeah, just you mentioned there about getting in on a nice ratio, but then if you just looking back on the experience we had at the weekend, we are it's we'd have almost half the ratio from week 1, and the participation was still incredible. So yeah, I can see that this will be is going to be beneficial for a while for people to get in. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and it's just interesting to look at that ratio, because it reminds me of the pulse sacrifices we had. Remember when, if you got in at a certain ratio and it went down and down and down, but there was never a product. But this is like the opposite, because it's a fair launch. It's launched and you can get in the product from the beginning. So it's great, the Titan X ethos of how builders build.
And I'm buying in on day 1, just like everybody else. That's what I love about Fair Launch, is I built a protocol with the help of you two that I want to participate in. And not only that, we have a launch pad. Now, you guys,
let's get to the launch pad. I want to dig into that, but I want to go through a couple more bits. The liquidity pool. You want to explain the liquidity pool quickly? You're going to be paired with Dragon X, yeah?
Yep, paired with Dragon X. The LP starts with the first 50 billion Titan X that comes in. Will basically buy however much Dragon X that can buy off the market, and that will pair the initial liquidity pool with 50 billion Awesome X tokens.
Oh man, this is friggin' great. Okay, most people watching will kind of get that. It kind of seems to be the standard within the ecosystem now, that whenever we're launching these tokens, when they're fair launched, the certain amount comes in at the start, and it will buy, or they will get created or minted and pair with the token of choice. I really do love the Dragon X pairing as well. Titan X, it broke 14,000 holders about a week ago. It broke 15,000 a couple of days ago. I think somebody posted today there's another 250 holders in like the last I know the last 2 days or something. So it's ramping up. Dragon's ramping up, and I think being paired with Dragon X could really help rip prices up everywhere. Within this within that sub ecosystem of the Titan X ecosystem. So the pairing is really, really cool. Okay, Titan X allocation. Can we get a look at that page, Justin, please? Go ahead, Dave. What's the Titan X allocation? So the Titan X goes in. What the hell happens to it?
Well, 70% goes straight into the Awesome X buy and burn. That's locked, decentralized. Now we are, like I said, working on some of the mechanics to make sure that we are going to be impenetrable to these MEV bots, and so we'll let you guys know about that. But 70% goes directly into the buy and burn, and then 12% goes to the Dragon X vault, and then 3.5% goes to a direct Dragon X burn. So Titan X goes in, buys Dragon X, immediately burns at 3.5%. There's another 3% that goes to a treasury. Now, the reason I included a treasury was because this is perpetual, and there might get a high supply. And I'd like to be able to utilize that treasury to benefit both AwesomeX and the crypto awesome community. One of the reasons I wanted to launch a token is because I want to be able to offer the people who watch my channel some benefits, whether it's some contests, or we could use that also for creating liquidity pairs across the entire ecosystem. We could use it for multiple things. So I'm not putting an actual use case specifically on the treasury. All I'm saying is there's two goals, and those two goals is what the treasury is going to focus on, and it's to benefit the AwesomeX ecosystem and to benefit the crypto awesome community.
Yeah, I remember the very first time we talked, you mentioned that even before you had the full idea of what this was going to be. I remember you saying that, the original idea was to have something that you could reward the people that watch your show. So the treasury is another nice little touch. I think it's really awesome a little addition. Because we build these decentralized systems, and yes, they're great, but by the same time, as a founders and creators, it is nice to be able to to get little chunks of money coming in on the side. Small percentages can really add up to a lot, and at the end of the day, we're creative people. We can come up with good ideas. We can and you can probably, with that 3%, think of a lot of ways to engage with the community and add a little bit more hype here and there and reward people. So I really like the idea of having that treasury there too, just adds another little bit for your own community. That's my take on it.
Cool.
Because an example of that would be the in the Inferno. In the Inferno Mint, 2% went to the Pulse Chain liquidity wallet, and nobody has even paid any attention to what's going on with that 2%. Nobody has, nobody's you ask somebody what's the allocation, and you participated in Inferno. Where did the allocation go? Oh, well, 90% burned. Yeah, what do you happen to what's the other 8%? Silence. People don't even know. But just so that 2%, I think it built up. What's it worth at the minute, Steve? Josh, do you know? It's about 80 grand of Blaze has been bought with the Titan X to bridge over to Pulse Chain. So, a little small amount, 2%, that nobody even paid any attention to, has enabled us to build a pot, which is huge for going over to Pulse Chain. We've got maybe 80K, and it could easily end up worth more of value to lump into liquidity pools over on Pulse Chain. So I love the treasury idea.
Awesome. Yeah, and then the other 3.5% is I was talking to everybody when Mike Dean had mentioned in Plan A, we're talking about the marketing wallet, and I wanted to have 3.5% of the protocol go to the marketing wallet. But then you guys had that epic Blaze stream with all the builders, and Jake came on, and then Jake basically didn't like that idea at all, really. It was like a hard no on that stream. I was like, oh, I got to rethink this. And so that's where the Launchpad came into play, because I didn't want to like deallocate that. I wanted to keep that allocation that would benefit the community. In fact, I think Launchpad is probably going to be way better marketing anyway than trying to pay BitBoy Crypto like 5 ETH to do a stupid show. It's like that just totally is the stupidest thing. And just like you said, I'm against it. I don't want to pay any KOLs. Like, we don't need to do that. We have an awesome community, and all we got to do is hit it hard and work for our bags. And I'm down. I'm willing. I'm ready. But the Launchpad, you guys kind of have Launchpad in Accelerate. Accelerate is really helping launch people. This is just going to be able to fund people. And so there are a few requirements that I put in the white paper for the Launchpad. And those
the requirements are, and if you're watching the stream here and you want to check out what the requirements are, they are here. That's them on the screen listed in the white paper. You want to run through them there, Dave? Again, I think these requirements are absolutely amazing.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. I think the requirements are simple, and there's not that many, but there are a few. And the reason I added these requirements is because of the perpetual mint. We're going to keep minting forever on this. So I wouldn't mind having protocols be built that actually burn, lock, or stake AwesomeX off the market forever. So that is a requirement. In addition, we have to lock the main liquidity pool with AwesomeX token on the projects that get funded by the Launchpad, and they got to be locked forever. So we don't want to have, a limited term on that, because AwesomeX is locked. The main liquidity pool with Dragon X is locked forever. And that's another Titan X built on Titan X ethos. So locked forever, paired with AwesomeX main liquidity pool. The protocol has to either burn, lock, or stake AwesomeX, and they have to, whoever you are has to submit an initial white paper. It's got to be fairly complete. We got to know what the idea is. And you got to be open to kind of like adjustments by some people, by the three of us, really, because this is going to be a multi-sig. And just to make it more secure, and also to where I'm not the only one in charge. I don't want to be the only one in charge of this. So, and then the other thing is I put in that 3% of the allocation of whatever project gets funded should go to the AwesomeX treasury to continue to build the system and to continue to fund the ecosystem. And there are two main goals of the Launchpad. The two main goals of the Launchpad is slightly different than the treasury, but similar. The first one is it has to benefit the entire Titan X ecosystem, and it also has to benefit the AwesomeX ecosystem. So I don't mention Crypto Awesome in this because this isn't really about the channel. This is about Titan X and about the build on Titan X ethos. So it's fairly simple, but I think that I think it's going to benefit people. I really want. I'd be chomping at the bit to see what Mike Dean wants to launch, and like if we could somehow get that funded and built on AwesomeX. Like, I don't know, Mike Dean, if you're listening, bro. Like,
reach out. Dude. He's calling you out, Mike.
I know you got a project to launch, Mike.
He is listening.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's really the couple of the innovations I think on this one are the treasury, the Launchpad, and the perpetual mint that has a really heavy hyper-deflationary aspect to the token.
Yeah, man, I think you've done a great job with this white paper. The 125 weeks, the 2.8, the treasury, yeah, I love it. I love it. The Launchpad is a really nice little addition that nobody else has even thought of before. I think it was, I don't even know, it was somebody was talking about it the other day about, just being a lot of really smart people in the community, a lot of people, a lot of smart people, a lot of enthusiastic people, and also people maybe that don't quite have the money built up yet to be able to come and launch their projects. So to be able to have something like this, maybe people that are in Dragon X, they're in Inferno, and to see this opportunity, they can actually get involved and create something and have the backing of, well, us three to help, but just have the backing of a treasury to be able to fund the build of their awesome idea. I think it's a fantastic thing that we haven't seen in the community yet. So yeah, fair play, great idea. What happened to the?
And I think it's better for marketing to help people fund their great projects that fit the ethos. I think it's way better than a marketing wallet. I think it's actually for this particular thing. Now I love the new ideas of the marketing wallet being community driven, which is what the other stream that you guys did also talked about, and some of our community members are incredible. I know. I love that picture of freaking Awesome X and Inferno, man. Burning down the house, baby.
Okay, so see on that, I mean, I can't wait until you get this launched and we can actually start sharing some of those bull and dragon images. They are fucking class.
And, I think too, we could create a liquidity web using the treasury as well, which will also, the fees will go back to the treasury and they will help fund it. But we could create the Inferno Awesome X pair, definitely the Titan X Awesome X pair. So really, I think that there's so many opportunities with this. I don't even know half the opportunities yet. I'm sure we will come up with so many more as we go.
Of course we will, because let's be real. 8 weeks ago, the idea for Awesome X didn't even exist.
I know.
So, it's built. We're in testing. It's being audited. So if you go back to the Titan X allocation, you want to touch on there's 8% founders as well.
And there is the team allocation in this one. I wanted to make sure that we included the team allocation because, the team's worth it. And I do think that that's just a Titan X ethos that I don't feel is a bad thing. I feel it's a really good thing because it allows.
I don't know. Did they have those hair shampoo ads in America where it goes, "You're worth it"? I think your hair absolutely sold that one, Dave. Because you're worth it. Do they have that? Do they have that in America, or is that just the UK and Ireland thing?
Oh, Titan X. That was a Fabio thing, but I don't know. I'm old guy.
Yeah, but yeah, we're definitely worth it. The work gets put in. You've seen the efforts of you can see Dave's energy. You can see what he's going to bring to the community, what he does with his streaming, what he's going to do for this token. You know what energy I can bring, and you can certainly see the effort that Josh puts into projects that he's behind. So I'm absolutely, fired up for the launch of this one. So we're in testing. The first audit has been done. Very, very few findings or fixes. The second audit is underway, and all is looking good. We don't have a launch date yet, do we, Dave?
Ali, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to jump off. I'm on another stream. It's out of the Titan X community, so it's a bit of an evangelism going on. So, but I'll be back in an hour, and hopefully you guys still be rocking. So, I'll see you soon.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Steve. Good luck, man.
Thank you,
We're
man.
gonna do your channel soon too, sometime. So we'll
Yes.
connect with that.
Let's do it. We'll connect. See you guys soon. Bye.
See you, mate.
Another stream? What is this? Adultery?
The face reveal is definitely for you guys.
Okay. So where are we at? Yeah, with launch date, we haven't really planned the launch date yet, have we?
I don't want to crowd other projects. Now we have to launch on a Friday, obviously, because it's a Friday mint, Friday to Saturday mint. So we're really close, guys. I mean, I don't want to say a date yet because, but we're really close, and I will have that date like probably pretty soon.
Okay, sweet. I'm just looking through the headers there in the white paper. Josh, think there's anything else we need to cover from the white paper?
No, I think Dave's fucking done a brilliant job there. I just want to pull up some more of them images. I'm obsessed with them.
Now we got. Yeah, I got all those like the casino ones with him at the casino with the blue stack of blue chips.
I saw that one. I love it.
Out.
Yeah, he really is. I that's what I'm saying. I really love at the end of the day, and actually, this has gone unnoticed. Did you coin a phrase, meme-fi? I
didn't coin it. In fact, I believe who coined that was Rudy Kazuti.
Okay. Because I seen a post the other day. Whenever you first, the first Awesome X post I seen you put out, said the word meme-fi in it, and I was like, "What? Where did that one come from?" Because it's a fucking awesome one. Yeah,
I think that's what Inferno is to me. It's meme-fi. It's like, it's more than a meme, but it's because there's the elements underneath it. So just like the verse was talking about, we don't need to be too complicated about this for normal people. Like, it's a meme, but it's more than a meme. It's meme-fi. It's the finance behind meme. And because of the buy and burns and stuff like that, if people want to know more, they can ask us what that means. But for normal people, they need to know it's a meme, a badass.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's I was just thinking about this yesterday because I'm you know, I'm onboarding a few of my family members into the ecosystem at the minute, and it's like you look through Awesome X white paper, and at the end of the day, you can read all this stuff and learn it. You know, you can go through each page and dig into all the detail. But for the user, you literally click two buttons. You know, you click, you mint, and you claim. That's it. You're participating. You click, you mint, you claim, and then you sell for profit. And you know, and at the end of it, that's how simple it is. MemeFi, again, I haven't seen that mentioned anywhere else. We're creating awesome meme tokens with utility and systems behind them. I friggin' love it. And seeing it was a comment there from GooGod saying about not needing to pay any KOLs and all that. You know, all right, there's a time and a place for us, you know, when we're going to look for more outreach and we need to get more eyeballs and we pay these guys. But we are like, within the ecosystem here, we really are innovating and creating some really, really cool stuff that is not being seen or done anywhere else. So yeah, fuck the KOLs. Let's just keep working our ass off.
But we're the organic ones, man.
Yeah. You know, I've spoke to a few lately, and they don't even have a clue what we've got going on here, and the stuff that they're talking about is just absolute garbage. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
Free ETH to get on their silly show where they paid for so many subs and they're not even actually real people watching, and then you give them 2 or 3 ETH and you just wasted your money because they don't care at all about what you're saying. They get someone else coming up right behind you on the same stream, and it's like they're not even listening to you when you talk. Like it literally is. It's the worst. But
yeah, it is.
And we got the Blaze ethos, no penalties built into here.
Yeah.
Which is
really. I was just reading through the Hydra white paper again, and I didn't realize that them motherfuckers have got there's pretty hefty penalties if you don't claim. I was surprised to see that. They're heavy. I think 7 days you lose the whole lot. Am I right?
Yeah, you are.
7 days you lose your whole.
You gotta set your calendar and make sure you claim on those ones.
Yeah, fucking hell. That's harsh.
It's
Jeez.
harsh.
Yeah, what if you like? What if you go? What if you? I don't know. What if you go on a holiday and leave your ledger behind?
I know.
You've just reminded me to check my Titan X miners. I think I might have lost a couple.
I set my calendar immediately on the Titan X miners, and I put like that 1 week and then 2 week like alert. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna know. I ain't never forgetting for my miners. Same with Helios. Helios has some pretty hardcore, penalties if you don't claim, which adds to the buy and burn balance. I mean, adds to the burned tokens. So I got that. There's a reason behind it. But for us, we have a 70% buy and burn. We don't need to give penalties.
Yeah, I suppose it's just what, you know, everything has its pros and cons. It's just whatever choice you want to make, you just do it and run with it.
Now, I love Helios, by the way. I'm not saying anything bad about Helios. I love Titan X, obviously, and I think I'm pretty stoked on Hydra and Hyper. I mean, really, guys, this ecosystem is the best community, like not just in crypto, like on the internet, like in general.
So with the we've got the bull, we've got the dragon. What do we reckon the next characters are that are going to come into the Titan X Boys Club?
Oh, so you're dropping ideas here, right? You're putting you're spreading those tentacles out far and wide.
I mean, I heard about a girlfriend.
Oh,
I've heard that the bull has a girlfriend. Yeah.
She's expensive too. I mean, she probably costs a little bit to take care of. Wants some nice things.
That's it. High maintenance, bitch.
High maintenance.
Yeah.
You
can just have a lot of fun with it, right? You know, there's going to be these are literally the first of many that are going to pop up from the community. So I reckon we're going to see some really exciting stuff.
It's fun too because I created I have a partner and I created this entire IP with her a couple years ago, and we have an entire NFT collection that we've already created with rarities and everything, but we never launched it. And so it is really cool. It's these little baby sumo wrestlers called Little Sumos, and I was talking to the legend Rudy. And I think it would be sweet to do a hybrid NFT on AwesomeX, like after this launches, after 369, we kind of end of the year start and put it on the Legends marketplace. So we could use AwesomeX as the swap contract. And then we could have a portion of that for each NFT, which would be super cool.
Yeah, because you actually had that in the white paper, and I was like, all right, you're bombarding us, but you've got too much going on here.
Yeah.
Phase 2 nobody needs phase 2 yet, because just like Steve was saying, phase 2 is phase 2. Let's do phase 1 first, and then we'll talk about phase 2. So, but
all right, if anybody in the chat has any questions regarding the white paper, please pop them in the chat now. So Josh, what have you got on the rest of the evening? It's getting late here in the UK and Ireland. Are you more work on tonight or early night, or what's the story for you tonight?
Yeah, I should really get an early night, but I'm just gonna probably do another half an hour, just going through just testing the contracts and forming the LP and messing around with the slippage. I'm just trying all different functions and trying to break it basically.
Oh,
not breaking at the minute, so that's good.
How are you feeling? Obviously, we were as transparent as we can be. How the MEV bot was hitting us hard for a few days there. How confident are you, and how are you feeling about, our devs and our auditors have been doing everything they can to help. We've tried many different things to beat this bot. We've built bots. We've added liquidity. We've put concentrated liquidity positions. We've done all sorts of things to try and negate the MEV bot. But obviously, everybody working behind the scenes, working their asses off to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen again, not just for us, but for all the projects, because, there's many founders are coming along and asking us, how do we make sure, or what's gone wrong? Everybody kind of working together to come up with solutions and, as I say, make sure these things don't happen again. But how confident, or not even, how confident are you in sort of the fixes that the devs, the auditors are coming up with for buy and burns in the future?
Yeah, so moving forward, any protocol that uses a V2 or a V3 pool, I'm 100% confident now with the measures we've put in. So we're using kind of a hybrid combination of, so on the Inferno model, which uses a snapshot and a percentage allocation, we've decided to go with a hybrid model of the Titan X V2, which has a value cap function. So there'll still be a snapshot, there'll still be a percentage allocation, but if we really did need to turn that value lower to cause the MEV to be unprofitable, then that function is there. So yeah, we've been going back and forth on this for probably the last week or so now. And the final decision was made after, like I said at the beginning of the stream, we had a really, really good meeting with Jake and our dev team. And this is the best way forward. There's been almost $100 million has gone through the V2 buy and burn, and with very, very little, attack vector there. So it's the way to go. I think all protocols need to follow it. And Jake is an avid, is making that known to the community that is the way to go. Follow the V2 Titan X buy and burn. So yeah, we're doing it right. And yeah, moving forward, that's how everything's going to be. And it's 100%, it's bot proof, because you can turn it down so it's unprofitable, and it's 100% foolproof on that system.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to say as well, the for us and the others, the MEV issue that we had, it was in the audits. It was put down as a low risk thing at the time, and as I did say, because of the values we were looking at when we launched Inferno a couple of months ago, the values of everything were so little, and we didn't. I've said this before, but we were a victim of our own success. whenever we brought it to the attention of the devs, they were like, "No, sure, it should be fine. You know, if there's $1,000 going through, you'll be fine." And then we sent them the actual figures of what was happening, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You know, it was that Bamburn was buying $5,000 worth every 30 minutes. Kind of insane. You know, there's just the figures. They couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it at the time that the participation was so good. But yeah, again, just wanted to throw that out there. We're well on top of it for the likes of Flux, for Dragon X, and any other protocols that are coming along using these Bamburns. They're future proof. So if Titan X does do 100x and these Bamburn balances go to, you know, mega millions, we'll all still be safe in the future. So we've already hit the hour mark there tonight. Just have a quick flick through. Dave, have you anything you want to say there before we kind of start wrapping it up this evening?
I want to say thanks everybody for joining the stream. I'm really honored to be part of the community, guys. And honestly, being part of the builders is just, it's really a blessing to me. And what's up, Mo? What's up, Srayox? What's up, Kevin? Smooth and Crypto, what's up? Mellow Cryptic hooked up the Telegram, all the cool filters and stuff. He hooked that up. He actually did this sweet song. I literally was listening, it's like I jumped up. I was like, oh, you guys gotta listen to that song, dude. It's like so good. And Goo God, what's going on? And Jaden, just everybody, guys. Josava, everybody's saying I look like Joaquin Phoenix, so that's cool. I'll take it. Revo. All you guys.
Yeah, Revo was saying, okay, I think, okay, watching your streams over the last few months, Dave, I've always loved your vibe, but I think for people watching the stream tonight, seeing your face, seeing the energy, seeing the genuine, kind-hearted and enthusiastic person you are, there's people mentioning it in the chat. Not only are you very, very handsome, but you're bringing awesomeness to the Titan community.
Thanks.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for you in the chat there tonight.
I've never been part of an internet community ever, and this is just so great. Like I don't know. I love it, guys. I love all you guys. I love the Crypto Awesome community. I love that we all take care of each other. We all have each other's backs, and yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah. I was trying to explain to someone today at work about my weekend that I just had. And they just looked at me like I was an absolute psychopath.
But you are?
Yeah. But it was like, they were like, did you go out? Did you see anyone? I was like, yeah, I saw like hundreds of people. I spoke to hundreds of people on the weekend. And I was trying to explain that I'm heavily involved in this internet community, like you say there. And they just thought I was absolutely crackers. But yeah, it's a funny old place, but I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, all the people that I'm making movies with, you know, they have no idea about crypto. But I guess movies will probably end up getting funded if I play my cards right with Titan X. What happened?
That's it. No rest until 2026.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
man. Guys, for these streams, I mean, I love the Weekly Blaze. I love all the stuff you guys build. You are elite builders, and I mean, blue chips. You guys build blue chips. Boom, boom, boom. Like you're throwing them around like blue chip, blue chip, blue chip. Like sweet. So, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better team. I couldn't have asked for a better community. Thanks, Jake.
Yeah, hold on. Fucking shut up. I'm going to take a screenshot of this historic moment for us. I like to get these things to keep them. And then when you look back in about 2 years' time, you're flicking through your photos, you go, fucking hell, look, that was that night. That was the first stream we all did together. Now we're fucking buying helicopters. Woo!
I love it. Hey, Dave, are you planning on doing any streams from your original channel at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna keep doing that. I wanted to I've never actually been a guest on anybody else's stream either, so this is my first time. So that's super cool too. But I actually have a whole bunch of streams coming up. I got one with Steve DeFi on his channel. Smooth and Crypto and I are working on a date and time right now for one of those. I reached out to the Verse. Hopefully we can work out something. And I think it's so cool to get on other people's streams too. But yeah, Crypto Awesome. I'm going to keep doing that. but like I said, I might be I might be more random for this next month and a half because the movie is going to take up like literally 90% of my bandwidth. So I'm going to, but I could go live on set. Like I could actually like show you guys what we're doing. And it's so much.
A few explosions in the background, a sex scene over here.
It's a 80s movie. It's a music movie. It's like rock and roll 80s. Like it's going to be so much fun. This movie we're doing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's called Beyond Belief. Check it out. It's beyondbelief.movie.
Awesome. I know I find myself saying awesome all the time now. Okay, we'll wrap it up here. We'll wrap it up here. What's Steve's about to stream with Vibra Finance right now? Okay, we're going to wrap it up here now. Listen, Dave, thanks very much for coming on. High five, team. This is onwards and upwards. It's fucking exciting times here. So thanks everybody for tuning in to another Weekly Blaze show. Yeah, exciting times ahead is all I can say. And yeah, we'll see you all again next week.
Yep. Cheers, Dave. See you guys.